All right, guys, we're live at Pipeline 2022. Already have the M18 carry-on.
Welcome, everybody, to Pipeline Milwaukee Tool. How's everybody this morning? Are you guys fired up or what? Yeah. That's a little bit better. Okay, let me ask a little question. How many of you have been here for the past 10 years in terms of what was MPS and now Pipeline? Raise those hands. So Clint said today that he is the old man here. He is the one who has been here the most of anybody. Anybody been here since 08 other than Clint? Rob, how long have you been here?
I think it was 09, 08 or 09.
08, 09?
Yeah, something like that.
He said you were way after him, by the way. Just want to make that clear, 100% clear. Okay, so let's talk about today. Let's start with the journey that we've been on at Milwaukee Tool. 15 plus years ago, we were a very different company. And we want to bring you back, especially after last night at some conversation on the kind of company that we were back then. We were 207 people in Brookfield, Wisconsin. That was global R&D, all marketing, all development. We have more than that amount of people in marketing today at Milwaukee Tool. All of those products. We were not committed to our users. We were more committed internally to what we were doing. We were this little company trying to stay alive at every point in time, and clearly not dedicated to what we needed to develop next and how were we going to disrupt the marketplace. That was not us. You fast forward from there, we are a very, very different company today. Significantly different in a lot of different ways. And it all started with a perspective 15 plus years ago on what we wanted to be and where we needed to go. And that viewpoint was first and foremost, we needed to recruit, retain, and invest in the best people, create a culture that was best in class, and most importantly, to all of you and everybody that's watching this, we understood what users did from the time they woke up in the morning to the time they went to bed at night. We would have the ability to earn the right to be able to innovate, to be able to disrupt. If we understood what kind of outside technology was coming to the forefront and spent our time and our resources and money in that, and Shane's going to talk a lot about that in a couple of minutes, then we would earn the right to be able to win in the marketplace. Now, our perspective then and now was, it was not about annihilating our competition. It was about if we did the right things, then we would earn the opportunity to be able to grow our business 20% plus per year, a dominant force, and really become a solutions and productivity company. And that's who we wanted to be, a solutions and productivity company. Now, fast forward, we have done that. Now, are we excited that we've kicked our competitors' ass over the past 15 years? Hell yes, we are. But the most important thing is that we're driving solutions. We are delivering productivity. All of that is what we are here to talk about today. And that's what's most important to us. The relentless viewpoint about people and culture, outside in focus, delivers who Milwaukee Tool is as a company and as a business. Now, let's transition from us as a business in terms of the focus on the user and really understand that investment that you just saw. So today we are a very different company as well. We have over 10,000 Milwaukee Tool team members in the United States, 10,000 plus, focused on R&D and development all throughout the U.S. We have manufacturing facilities that continue to expand those facilities in multiple locations. Those locations in Mississippi and Wisconsin. You saw the new R&D facilities. This is one of those for testing and development that we've added, both in Wisconsin and other parts of the U.S. In terms of recruiting people, we need the best and the brightest. We now have a Chicago facility from R&D and for R&D development, a downtown Milwaukee office, an expansion of the Brookfield offices. Globally, we continue to grow and flourish in every part of the world where people care about productivity and safety on the job. Now, who has led the development from a senior leadership viewpoint of our business? in terms of not only where we're going today, but where we're going in the future. You got Shane Hall, who's going to come up in a couple of minutes and talk about the overall tool business and what it's about and how it's grown and where we're going. You got Tim Albrecht, who's led what was once 5 and 6 and 7 hand tools to $1 billion plus hand tool safety storage business. We've got a new business in outdoor power equipment led by Rick Gray and all the development teams on a global basis to be able to drive that. And you got Scott Griswold in the total accessory business, which is now driving innovation. And some of you saw the new technology we're working on to drive the forefront of that business. And then there's our engineering leaders and manufacturing leaders across the board. We've got an unbelievable leadership team. And the piece that makes us a little bit different is this team has been together 15 plus years. We understand how to talk to each other. We can talk to all of you like we did last night to be able to have the frank dialogue and understand where you think maybe we're letting it down a little bit and where we need to go to the next level as we continue to go forward. So now let me turn this over to Shane. Shane's going to talk about not only where we are right now, what the pipeline is about for this year, the first of many pipelines you're going to see in 2022 and 2023, and we look forward to an unbelievable day today. Yes, there's some products you're going to see that you've been asking about. Yes, the damn track saw is finally here. Give it a look.
Oh! He just announced the track saw. He just announced the track saw.
Great products, and this is just the beginning, and wait till 2023. Shane, come on out.
All right, good morning, everybody. I don't know about you, but it's been way too long. I see a lot of familiar faces out here. It's great to spend time with everybody. And those of you that are new to Milwaukee, excited, and for those of you that are joining us through social and connected virtually, we want to thank you for your support, because we would not be where we are today without you. So over the past 15 years, I've had the privilege to work shoulder to shoulder and side by side the most talented people in the industry, dynamic, and the problems have never been greater. So on the field, in the shop, on the job site, the challenges continue. And that's what drives us forward. That's what continues to drive us forward. And Steve talked about the success. Over the past 15 years, we've had a lot of success. Success that has enabled us to continue to invest in our business. But one thing that I can assure all of you is that success has not changed our drive or our motivation to solve the problems, because we know that those continue. We still fight with that underdog mentality to ensure that we continue to stay forward. And you should see that approach throughout our business, throughout the power tool business, power tool accessory business, hand tools, storage, outdoor power equipment. We are grounded by that commitment to solve the problems that the trades encounter on the site every day. And you see that through our investment in resources. We have a tremendous amount of product management team that couples and works with our job site solution team, not only in the US, but throughout the world. Because we know that problems don't happen within the four walls of our building, they happen in the field. And we are grounded by that. And we do not have all the answers, or we continue to uncover the challenges that are out there. And we're also leveraging a lot of really, really talented people throughout our organization. Steve talked about we're a much different company than we were 5 years ago. We're a much different company than we were even 3 years ago. From how we look at technology, not just about technology today, but where it's going in the future with our advanced technology teams. Our front-end and innovation team that goes to the job site with skill sets to really uncover problems that may not be in plain sight. That is what continues to drive us forward. But what we're most excited about is we still have something to prove. We know we've made a lot of progress, but we have a commitment to the trades. Whether you invested in Milwaukee a year ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, we have a commitment that's even greater today than when you made that first Milwaukee purchase. And that is what everybody in this room is motivated by. But the good news is we're just getting started. Steve talked about our investment. Over the past 3 years, we've all been through a lot of change. But Milwaukee has fortified our new product development machine unlike any time in the history of our company. We've added hundreds of technical resources to our teams to prepare ourselves for the future. We are a much, much different company. From artificial intelligence to machine learning, to embedded systems, hardware development, firmware development, IoT, security, things that you would not expect to see in a power tool company. Because we're not a power tool company. We are a solutions provider that's going to be leveraging technology to continue to disrupt. And that's what today is all about. Today is all about how we're going to continue to show our commitment to the trades and how we're going to continue to innovate. But we've only just begun. What you're going to see today is a commitment. We made some pretty bold statements 15 years ago about what we're going to do with cordless. We said we're not just going to participate. We were going to dominate professional cordless, and that was bold back then. But we've made a lot of progress. Today, our M12 system has over 125 unique solutions. M18 has over 250 unique solutions. But we know we cannot rest on the fact of where we came from. We have a lot to prove. And you're going to see that throughout the day today as the team will walk you through what we're going to do to continue to make our systems more relevant for the trades. Cordless technology, I understand on the tour, was a hot topic. What are we doing in batteries? What are we doing with technology? One thing I can assure you, when we add resources, cordless platform technology has always been critical to Milwaukee. But what you're about to see today is only the beginning of the largest onslaught of new technology to come from our company in our history. From batteries, battery cells, motors, electronics, capability that we never thought possible even 3 years ago, you're going to see from Milwaukee. So today is only the beginning. And I'm not sure who's going to ask me. Somebody's going to ask me about pouch. Somebody's going to ask me about what we're doing with brushless motor technology. And my answer to you is yes. But I can assure you the things that we're going to develop and introduce over the next 18, 24 months will absolutely blow you away with respect to the technology that's coming. And it's only just beginning. And we're also going to talk about what we're going to do to disrupt in the drilling and driving category. You're going to see some major innovation that's coming from the drilling and driving category. We're also going to talk a little bit about what we're doing to continue to deliver unique solutions to the trades. A lot of you were here from the beginning, and you probably were worn out us talking about mechanical, electrical, and plumbing trades. Like, when is the focus on the carpentry trade? You've seen us expand. That's not because we stopped investing in the other businesses. It's because we added resources to invest, and you're going to see some of that today. I would continue to develop unique and new-to-world solutions for the carpentry and remodel trade. You're going to see that also in the automotive and transportation maintenance trade as we deliver unique solutions and prove that we think differently and we are challenged by the problems that are out there today. So hang on tight. One thing I can assure you, the next 18 to 24 months is going to change the way that you look at Milwaukee and prove to you that we are going to continue to drive innovation across all of our categories. I want to thank you for the time. Again, thank you all of those that are joining via social. We could not do this without your support. And we look forward to proving to you that we're committed, unlike any other company in the industry, to continue to drive innovation. Thank you.
Awesome. You guys ready to get started?
Woo!
Well, like we said on the bus, if you just want to take a look at your name tag, you should have kind of your first session on there. You're going to head that way. There's signs and people to get you in the right direction. And let's get going and see some new products.
All right, guys. Sarah and I are going to be headed off to our first section, which is going to be about M12 Fuel and M18 Fuel drilling and driving. So we'll get that stuff covered first. Stick with us. We'll show you everything we see. Yeah, guys, there were a lot of things that were Just tooling up earlier today. Those things we usually talk about already. At our table here, we have the brand new M18 Varian. This thing has the same watch, 3600 and 1800 continuous. With four, we did the math earlier with the four M18 HD 12 amp hour batteries. It's got the same 864 watt hours that you would have on the MX carry-on with two 406, which are the big MX batteries. This thing's going to end up costing less. Not only that, but instead of needing to purchase the MX carry-on plus those two very, very expensive $600 batteries, you'll be able to power this with four of batteries you already have. I think it's going to be a pretty big deal. So if you guys were excited about the MX carry-on, I think you're going to be really excited about the M18. You certainly are. So I've got to figure out where I'm supposed to go, so bear with me. We are going to get to our very first... Oh, Mr. Robillard here. What's up, Rob? We're going to try to get to our first session as quickly as we can and start showing everything we find. They did announce just a second ago that the Traxxas is here, which is why it's a good thing that Sarah and I shipped our Lego version here. So we're going to see if we can't get it and set it next to the real thing and see how close we get. So that'll be pretty fun.
Yep.
So if you can, throughout the day,
What's your rotation?
Well, Sarah's going to be shooting a ton of
Carpenter
additional
remodeling?
content. We'll have
Right down here?
detailed videos about everything we see later in the next couple of days. But let me figure out where I'm supposed to be.
Channel 17.
Okay.
Should be leading.
What?
Is this copyrighted music?
Yeah. Can we have the copyrighted music turned off?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know.
Are we just going to turn music off?
I don't know.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. There's copyrighted music playing. It'll get us all demonetized. Gotcha. Yeah. Is this where we're supposed to be?
Yes.
Is this drilling? Okay. Sorry.
Channel 17.
Seriously, guys, not to be demonetized because the music playing in the background. It's just stupid. Oops, sorry. No, please go ahead. Thank you. Supposed to help with audio during the event.
Here's somebody else. Check. I'm on 7. Check.
Okay, so that's a set button. Now the channel, so now you go to 17. Got it. Thank you. Of course.
Speak loud.
Yeah, just speak loud, Cole.
It's going to get loud here in a second. Once these guys start cutting with that Traxxas Steve told you about, it's going to get loud.
So apparently the Traxxas is right next door. We'll grab that next.
Okay, how about now?
Very statically.
It might be me. Because it was working when he had it on. Check. Okay, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Because I'm tired of messing with it. Yeah, me too. Margaret, is that okay?
I mean, I called all the new people.
Okay, guys. Sorry for the audio issues. First of all, welcome back. I see a lot of familiar faces. We're happy to have you guys back. Second of all, my name's Cole Conrad. I have the pleasure of leading our drilling and driving team. In a second, Derek Smith and Jeff Mormon are going to introduce you guys to the next generation of M12 and M18 fuel. Yes, this is our 4th generation of M18 fuel and our 3rd generation of M12 fuel. Before they jump in, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson here. So 10 years ago, almost to the day, we introduced the world to the first product that bared the M18 fuel badge. That was the M18 Fuel Drill back in 2012. When we introduced that product to the market, it reset end users' expectations for what they can expect out of a cordless product. It delivered significantly more power, significantly more runtime, and was more reliable and durable than anything they'd ever had in their hand before. This allowed them to get more work done with a single tool rather than having to step into a corded solution or a higher powered solution. It allowed them to get more work done per charge. And again, it was a more reliable solution than they'd ever seen before. The mission then is the same as our mission now. And it's the same as the mission's been generation after generation. And that's to maximize productivity and enhance safety on the job site for the trades that we serve. Let me tell you why that's our mission. If you look at the construction trades today, and I think Eric, if Eric's in here, has a shirt that says, "Make the trades great again." One of the facts that we face in the construction trade, whether it's the electrical industry, the mechanical industry, so on and so forth, is we've got a shortage of labor. We've got a shortage of people that are interested to come into the trade. So when we talk to our partners in the field, whether it's a 5 or 10 person plumbing shop that does residential work, or a 1,000 or 2,000 person outfit that does electrical work, one of their key challenges is getting people onto their teams and into their business. And for us to help them solve that, what we try and do is maximize the productivity of the people that they do have. If I can't get more people, I've got to maximize the productivity of the folks that I do have. The next thing is I've got to keep those people safe. These are the people that I care about. I've got to make sure that they're working as safely as possible so that they're not working in the shop rather than in the field nursing an injury, or worse, at home because they've got a really bad injury. So our mission is simple: maximize productivity, enhance safety. Now you guys are asking, what the hell does that mean to drilling and driving? Let me bring it back for you. So drills and impact drivers are the most common tools used on the job. Whether I'm a plumber doing fresh water lines in a 100-story commercial building, I'm using a drill to drill those holes. If I'm an electrician running Romex or wire in a residential building, I'm using a drill to run those holes. If I'm an HVAC contractor in this building, I'm doing thousands of feet of ductwork, and I've got to use an impact for that. Some of these individuals have a drill or an impact in their hands for 3 or 4 hours a day. So when the product management team looks at that and says, hey, that plumber has a drill in their hand for 3 hours a day in certain portions of the job, that's an opportunity for me to increase their productivity. That's an opportunity for me to make sure they're doing that work as safely as possible. So when the product management team goes out, spends the time in the field, understands the day in the life, yeah, it's really obvious for us to say, how do I look at those most common applications and allow them to get those done faster? Beyond that, we've got to make sure we maximize the capability of their tools so they can carry less tools. Rather than them having to go back to the truck or back to the job box to grab a higher powered solution when they run into a high demand application, they can get the same, get their work done with the same tool that they've got in their hand. So when we went back with the engineering team and we said, hey, we've got to increase the speed of these products. We have to increase the power of these solutions. We have to increase the capability. That's what we did. But we had to make sure we didn't make these tools larger and heavier. Because if I have this tool in my hand for 3 or 4 hours a day, if I have a heavier solution, that can fatigue me, right? So with that said, the engineering team came back and the mechanical and the motor team worked together to increase the power of these products while also shrinking the size. And I'm not talking about 5% power. So as an example, the M12 Fuel Drill, the next generation product, has 30% more power and is over a ½ inch shorter in length. The electrical team said, hey, I can increase the speed of these products, but not only increase the speed, I can increase the capability. I can allow the user to do more holes back to back before getting thermally over-temping, right? I can allow the user to do more fasteners back to back without getting hot. So for example, the next generation M18 Fuel Drill has 10 times the capability of the current generation product on the market today. The current product, drilling 2 9/16 holes that Eric does every single day, can do about 4 2 9/16 holes in high speed. The next generation can do over 40. So 10 times the capability. And by the way, our leading competitor in high speed can do that many. So that said, guys, as you can tell, I'm super fired up. When we look at the next generation M12 Fuel products, these are the industry-leading products from a power and size perspective. These things outperform all the leading subcompact solutions on the market, regardless of voltage. whether we're talking 12 volt, 18 volt, or 20 volt. On top of that, they're part of the world's largest, the M12 system that dominates the subcompact space of over 125 solutions. The M18 Fuel Drill and Impact Driver are the highest performing, most compact solutions in the high performance space. And Jeff Mormon in a second is going to introduce you guys to the first Milwaukee product with artificial intelligence or machine learning as well. So we've got something really cool to talk to you about there. With no further ado, guys, I'm going to hand you off to Derek Smith, and Derek's going to walk you through the next generation of M12 Fuel. Derek?
Awesome. Really excited to be here with you guys. Just so you know, we're going to kind of flow around the room like this, so feel free to kind of move around with us. But as you all know, M12 Fuel is designed to be the best solution for the service trades, as well as light residential construction of MEP systems. Now, the reason is our users care about that lightweight and compact tool, combined with the power and performance that they need to get their job done day in and day out. And these new M12 Fuel Drill and Impact Driver are going to best meet that user need. Like Cole was saying, better than any other subcompact tool, even on 18 and 20 volt platforms. Now, as leaders in the subcompact space, our users have continued to drive us to new innovation and to new levels of performance. So let's start with the M12 Fuel Impact Driver. This is the fastest subcompact impact driver, while being the most compact, and with the 3 LEDs in front that I know you're all really excited about. It gives you maximum workspace visibility. Right, when we talk to our users, they told us, hey, we need to be able to do more. We want to be able to complete a wider range of applications. So we looked at how we could do that without increasing the size. Because again, they don't want a heavier tool. They don't want a bigger tool. They want to be able to do the same applications, but take that to another level. So we looked at how we could optimize the mechanism and enhance the motor in order to get more power through the tool. Then by beefing up the electronics, we're able to not only drive bigger fasteners, we can drive more of them, and we can drive them faster than ever before. And a great example of this is a guy that I've been working with down in Atlanta who he would use his current M12 Fuel Impact Driver to install water lines and different things. So he's a residential plumber. So he'd install water lines and different fixtures, and he'd use his current generation to do the vast majority of those applications. But every now and then, he'd have to go out to his truck in order to get an M18 to finish the job, to finish the entire house. With this new M12 Fuel Impact Driver, he's able to complete all of his applications, making it more productive because he doesn't have to spend an extra trip out to the truck to get another tool. He can do it with this one. So to showcase that power and performance, we're going to drive 5-inch ledger locks into 6x6 pressure-treated wood, which is a little more of an aggressive application that most of our users aren't going to run into, but it will show the power and performance that you now have with this tool. I have Jeff step over here and help me out. And we're going to go up against the leading competitor in the 18 volt space. I got it. So as you can see, the power is unmatched and still in an incredibly compact tool. Right? When we talk about compact, we're not just talking about the length. We know there's other tools that are shorter than this one. But when you consider we live in a 3D world, there's the length, there's the width, there's the height, there's the weight of the tool as well. All these things come together to give you the most compact tool. If you think about just the fact you don't have a giant battery hanging off the bottom that gets in the way when you're kind of in those awkward places, that in and of itself is a huge benefit. But overall, with everything that we consider, this is the most compact tool in the subcompact space. Now, along with that, something that I know you're all really excited about, we have the 3 LEDs in front of the tool to give you maximum workspace visibility. And I'm sure you can all think of a million ways that this is going to be a huge benefit. But if you think about like a carpenter working in a cabinet, trying to put a screw in just the right spot, but can't see really well, these lights are going to help out so you can illuminate everything that you're working with. So we're really excited to let you guys get your hands on that in a minute. We got a few more tools we want to introduce you to. So going hand in hand with the M12 Fuel Impact Driver, we're going to move over here.
Oh my God. This is,
You guys can take this, it's great.
yeah, except nobody can get in because everybody's so close.
Subcompact drill, while being the most compact and has the fastest speed under load. Much like the impact driver, our users are telling us, hey, we want to be able to drill bigger holes. We want to be able to do more with this tool. They love it, but they want to keep doing more if they want to keep it in their hands so they can keep working. So we looked at how we could increase the power of the tool itself. And we started by looking at the motor and what we could do to get more power out of it. And as many of you know, if you increase the power in a tool, oftentimes you'll decrease the speed. It's kind of a teeter-totter that you got to work with. And it's finding that sweet spot of enough speed and enough power to get your job done. Because if you increase one, the other one will decrease. Now, with this new motor control technology, we've completely elevated that teeter-totter. We've just thrown it through the roof. So now you have 30% more power and 33% more speed in application. So we're really taking that to new heights so you can do more with this tool than ever before. So to showcase this, I'm going to show you a very common application, which is a 7/8 ship auger into SPF. Think about your plumbers, electricians, a lot of them are running this kind of application. That's kind of it. And we'll take the leading 12-volt competitor, and we can't even put the thing in the tool. It doesn't have the right chuck. It's a 3/8 chuck, so it doesn't work. So we throw that out of the way, right off the top. Then we'll grab the leading 18-volt competitor. Didn't get very far. Now we'll show you the new M12 Fuel Drill. Powers through with ease. So as you can see, that power is crucial to our use, being able to complete those applications. And we add that power in without making the tool any bigger. In fact, from the previous generation to now, we're able to shave off over ½ an inch in length. Making it incredibly compact. Just look how small that thing is. It really packs a punch. Now, along with the power and the size, we also have the fastest drilling speed under load.
I'm sure they
Now, what
can't
that
hear
means is
it.
we're not talking about no load speed.
I got a mic.
It's not as
A shotgun on there.
as in application speed. And this tool has the fastest drilling in application, where it means the most to our users. So they can stay more productive and get more done quicker. Now, again, can't wait for you guys to get your hands on these and go play in our playground in just a little bit. But before we do that, I want to pass you off to Jeff, who's going to talk about the latest and greatest that Milwaukee has to offer on the M18 platform.
Can everybody take a step back?
All right, guys, not moving too
There's
far.
more room.
Awesome, guys. All right, so thanks to Derek for sending this over to me on the M12 Fuel side, and really thanks to Cole because he put it on a tee for me when introducing M18 Fuel. Because since 2012, for a tool here at Milwaukee to be worthy of the M18 Fuel badge, it's got to be a couple of things. It's got to be the most powerful and the most best performing in the industry. It has to have that legendary Milwaukee elite durability, and it has to have disruptive features that will enhance
You're right,
productivity
Scott.
and safety, no matter the job site. And so, with that being said, I had my work cut out for me when we jumped out into the field about 3.5 years ago now to meet with all of our users and partners and look at what's the next step. How do we raise the bar to continue to evolve in an evolving workspace? And so, I'm really excited to walk through both of these next generation products today. So the first one I want to walk through is the impact driver. So right off the bat, the first thing that we heard a lot in the field, there was a continuous theme of versatility when I started talking about impact drivers. And what I mean by that is that our customer base is bringing this out more than ever before. I think all of your audiences can attest that they're pulling their impact driver out day in and day out more than they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and then before that, who knows, right? So that versatility was going to come into play. What I mean by that, and what our users explained to us, was that meant I need to be able to tackle all the applications that get thrown at me. Everything that's on my punch list needs to be delivered on with the power and capability to do. With that being said, this is not the only thing that I do without my day, right? Your audiences understand that after you set this tool down, you're on to the next, right? Time is money. So capability is all well and good, but I need to get this job done and I need to get it done fast. So making sure that we have a fast tool as well as a capable and powerful tool is going to be incredibly important. All right, so we got some work to do. So what we have here, through a full ground-up redesign of both our motor technology, our mechanical layouts, and our electronics, we stepped our game up, and what we're going to be introducing you guys to today is the most powerful.
We're going to see the track saw later.
In the world.
application squeezing class as well. So we're really excited to deliver all this added performance because when we put it in the user's hands, the feedback has been, I'm able to get more done faster, and I can go in confidently saying that this is the tool that I need to use to really get that job done and boom on to the next. So I want to put that into practice really quick, and I'm going to bring Derek out there if you're not done for the day. So we've got a nice pressure treated 6x6 here, and we've got pressure treated 6x6, and we've got some 5-inch lag bolts here. So definitely on the high range in terms of demanding application, but again, you never know what you're going to get thrown at you. You need to make sure that the tool that you've got on your belt or in the box is the right one for the job. So we're going to run this tool against a competitive higher voltage. So here, just like you on the 3, 2, 1, go, guys. Is that okay? 3, 2, 1, go. So being able to have the power and pair that with the speed to add efficiency, add productivity to the job site so we can save that time or save that money has been a really big benefit for us, and we're really excited about launching that with all of your audiences. That wasn't the whole piece of the puzzle though. There was another side of the coin we really needed to deliver here, and that was to make sure that we had a really complete experience with these impacts. And what we heard was, okay, all that speed, all that brute force, that's all well and good, but you need to give me the control too, because that versatility comes into play. I can't tell you how many times I've heard of people frustrated because they're spitting metal fasteners all over the ground, or they're working in a cabinet, they pull out their M18 Impact or something like that, and they need to be very careful to make sure they're not going to damage those fasteners. All right, so the point was clear to us. We need to make sure that we really change up how we control these impact drivers. And so we went all the way back to the drawing books. We tried a ton of things, and what we delivered is ultimate trigger control through the way that we're actually delivering that access to the trigger and how we're driving screws. So we'll have plenty of time for you guys to really feel this for yourself. It's one of those aha visceral moments that you can make sure that you can do the high end, and you can do the fine and precise work for things like cabinet work or finish fasteners as well. So that was kind of the final piece of the puzzle for us, was that ultimate trigger control. So when you round out all of that, plus the fact that we kind of cheated on our test, we stole Derek's ideas on the shadowless lighting on our 3 LED lights, to add that to our M18 Impact. We knew we had to do that too, to deliver this really complete driving experience that's going to be the top performer out in the marketplace today. And can't wait to have you guys get your hands on it in just a couple minutes. So to transition over to the drill. So very near and dear to my heart. So on the drill, in the last 3.5 years, going back into the field and talking to users, we got a lot of key feedback on what we could do differently. And like Cole talked about at the onset, and what I'm sure you guys hear from your audience.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. We were promised internet fast enough for all of us to stream it. Clearly, they didn't provide it.
More versatility and performance. I'm going to take these tools to greater heights, and I'm going to even ask more from them. Now it's clear for this next generation. So what we heard on our side was say, hey, I'm a commercial electrician. And there are times where my crew doesn't have the time to go grab their whole hog or what have you, and then you're going to need to rough in a whole apartment today, and all they've got is their half-inch drill. All right. Or I'm a mechanical contractor, and I've got some 3-inch holes I need to do that are in a really tight space, and I don't have the time to go digging around and find the right solution, but I have my half-inch drill on my cart every day. Okay. So it was clear from the beginning we needed to up our game, deliver more power and performance on this drill from the whole generation. And so what that turned into was our big project and a ground-up redesign to deliver more power and performance on this tool. And again, what we're going to introduce to the market today is the most powerful drill in the industry. I'm talking point-blank period. So the most powerful tool in the industry, and what that delivers to our user group is less stalls, more power in application to get more done. Because as all of you know, we're not drilling in a lab all day. Here in the Midwest, there are unfortunately many months where it's snowy. That adds density to materials. How do we make sure that we can deliver a tool that our customers, our users can go in confidently and say, I have the power to get my job done and move on to the next portion. So power was incredibly important. So when we talk about that, I'd like to do a quick demonstration for you here. So I've got a nice dense piece of framing lumber in this, 2x10. And I've got a 2.916 selfie bit. So you think about a selfie bit for your electricians in multifamily residential, this would be your feeder holes. So something we're going to have to tack in multifamily. On the mechanical and plumbing side, this is year to year, right? This is a 3-inch flow you'll be running for your water lines, whatever it is. So what I want to do is run a leading higher voltage competitor into this denser material and kind of show you how it fares. And what we're seeing, guys, is that our users are asking us to make sure that they can do this in high speed, right? Time is money. You need to move on to the next part of your job, and go and confidently know that the tool can complete the job. So we'll run competitive. So as you can see, struggles to do it in some of this denser material. So next, we'll run the next generation of water. So the power and capability to go in confidently. Now, guys, the material is so variable. There's so much density within there. So there's a lot that we need to deal with. We need to make sure that we can put forth the most powerful tool that we can to get that job done. So that's one piece of it, but when we think about M18 fuel in the field, as I kind of work through all this right here, M18 fuel is about no compromising. And so that was a big challenge for us on the mechanical side, because what we ended up delivering is we knew we could not add length or any weight or anything else to this tool. And so what you're going to see from us is that we did not add a single millimeter to the overall length of this M18 fuel drill. It's going to be the most compact within its class. So definitely very excited to kind of get that out and make sure that we're providing the best-in-class access and control over this tool and alleviating any kind of fatigue. So you pair that power, you pair all of that compact nature, but we haven't even talked about what was the #1 customer request from us for the last couple of years, and that was how do I provide enhanced safety on the job site. And so what we wanted to deliver here was something unique. How do we make sure that we protect our customers and our users, your audiences, the best that we can? And we had a really unique situation here on the drill space, because the #1 site injury on mechanical and plumbing users today are hand and wrist. And I think all of you guys can attest to day in and day out right now. Every one of you can tell a story of either you've seen someone or yourself when they're drilling with a drill and it starts to try to kick out of your hand, wrench out of your hand, whatever it is. We call it a bind up, we call it a kickback. We knew we needed to kind of remove that from the equation. The thing was, because this is not a new problem, it's something that we've dealt with since the beginning. If we're going to cram more power into these tools, we need to make sure that we also have the ability to stand behind them. And so, from the beginning of Milwaukee, we've been shipping all of our high-performance tools to the side. The feedback that we've gotten is that the unfortunate reality from our safety managers and from our crews or our foremen is that it's almost impossible to create 100% adherence of using that side of it. It's an unfortunate reality, right? So there's other opportunities to remove these bind up from the equation. And if you imagine your picture, if I'm up here on a ladder, if I'm working with all men, and I'm trying to make sure I keep my points of contact, but my buddy over here is playing Metallica, I've got 100 things on my mind, you need to be careful. Already in a very compromised situation. So that bind up or that kickback would be very dangerous. And we need to make sure that that's out of the equation. So the second solution, if you're not going to be able to work or rely just only on the side handle, it would be something like a gyroscope or a sensor. The feedback we got from our customers, our partners, was that that is not all of the solution. What we mean
Belts
by
and
that
boxes,
is
Midnight Wolf.
there are
Belts and boxes.
out there that if you say, okay, I need to shut off before this over-rotates in my hand, I don't think there's a more nuanced application than a half-inch drill because of all the things you need to do with that tool. And so we needed to do something different. Nicole teased it at the onset, but that ended up to be machine learning for us. And by machine learning, I'm talking about being able to teach our tool how to react in the field. And I'm not going to be able to do that myself, guys. We needed to go out and get with our customer base and have them tell us how they wanted a drill to react. And so they needed to account for a ton of variables. Because if you don't account for all those variables, we're not matching the solution, we're not answering the call. So I want to talk about those variables really quick. Variances in material. This one's pretty obvious, right? We're talking about wood, metal, concrete, drilling into pipe. Each of these is going to create a different experience for the tool, and thus going to change a different challenge for it in case it binds up. We'll talk about variances as an accessory, right? Different accessories are going to perform differently. People have different preferences. I'd love to say that everyone uses the whole saw one time and then throw it out to go buy another one. Come on, right? So variances, even in the bonus of it, that's going to be incredibly important. We need to take that into account. Difference in how that tool performs is going to change at that time to find out. Tool orientation is beautiful. We're not just drilling straight, we're going up, we're going down, all these different things. We need to make sure that we can account for that, and we have never done that. No one had ever done that before to make sure that you can protect our user. Battery charge and temp can also affect performance, as we all know. Make sure that we focus on that. And finally, user grip. Each one of us holds the tool differently at the vet, and how you hold on that tool affects performance. When you round this all out, make sure that we're going to account for the proper application of shutdown for disaster strikes. Offset of that, if you don't have something like that, you're going to have the same frustration. It's going to either be way too sensitive, and you're going to be shut down all over the place. You're going to have nuisance strips. The most frustrating thing I hear from customers today, they need to be able to get their job done. Other side of that is shutting down too late, and we know that's just not meeting the mark. So what you're going to have for us in our auto stop technology is a tool that's going to shut down before disaster strikes to make sure that it protects when it needs to, and it lets you do your job the rest of the time. So operate in the background, right? So I want to show you guys a quick demonstration of what we mean by that and how we put it into practice. So I've got a nice demo rig over here. We've got a demonstration set up. This rig here is set up to mimic about a 2.5-inch bolt binding up into condensed material, one of those common bind-ups we see in the field. So we're going to run these tools individually. The first one I'm going to run is a model that has no such protection modes or anything like that in the tool. So we're just kind of setting the level set. That's exactly what we're out to try to remove from the equation and protect from. We talked about using just something like a gyroscope or a sensor. So next to us, something like that. We're going to show you how that tool performs with just a sensor in. So again, if you're not taking into account all the different variables, we're not meeting the mark for our users and what they expect. Finally, we're going to run the Milwaukee. So again, being able to shut down before that over-rotation to protect our customer base and add that enhanced safety to the job site is going to be incredibly important for us. So guys, in closing here to wrap up, when we take all of the power and performance that you just saw from our next-gen M18 Impact, we pair it with the power and speed of the next generation of the M18 Fuel Drill, as well as being very much compact, the most compact in class, and then you put that all together with these enhanced features that are going to add productivity and safety. We are really excited about raising the bar about what the expectations of a high-performance drill and impact are today. So, with all that being said, I mean, I could talk about this for another 20, 30 minutes. I highly doubt any of you want that. So what we actually have for you guys today is we've got a set of both the M12 and M18 Fuel Drills and Impacts for each one of your groups. We're going to get those out to you guys right now. We've got these really great demo sections out here to really try out all the different features. And we're really excited to kind of get out there with you guys, collaborate, and talk about it. So with this, I'm going to kind of cut you loose and send you over there to kind of get your combo kits. All right, guys. We got kits for everyone right here.
We have it for the first time ever. At least 4 or 5 Milwaukee tools won Milwaukee competitions by at least 6 or 7 Milwaukee meters at a Milwaukee event. Shocking, right? We saw a lot of new drills. We're excited about it. We're going to have a bunch of demos for us to do here, which is interesting, but as a lot of you guys are pointing out, the streaming is not good. Besides the audio being a bit of a train wreck, everybody's reporting that we're shooting through a potato. We are definitely at the mercy of their Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, because most of these buildings, the new building they built for this type of event is all concrete, which means that our cellular service is nothing. So we can't even switch to cellular. So don't know what we're going to do next time. Milwaukee's usually very, very helpful in this area. So mention to them that we had a lot of problems. We're going to do something different to make it better next time. We'll see. We're trying to keep going on to that things to talk about. Yeah. Awesome. So Sarah has some stuff. Let's see what we have. Amino, you did not miss the track stall. Track stall still coming with a very opening event. The president verified the track stall is here today, which is fortunate because we might have shipped our Lego track stall just in case. So we'll be able to set it next to the new track stall and see what it looks like, how close we got. But as of right now, they just gave us each a gift box, which I'm going to show you right now.
All right, Sarah, what have we got down there? Sarah's super, super excited. So they literally just wheeled over a pack out. We've got the, oh gosh, here we go. Yep, the new M12. Wow, that is very small. That's the M12. The 12 is on the 3rd generation, right? And then the 4th generation is going to be the M18s. So this is their new drill. Once again, super tiny. Awesome. We've got the new hammer drill. There we go. Oh, no, sorry. This is the M18 Impact. Yeah, actually, we're aware that the video is very, very bad. We can't do anything about it, guys. We're giving you what we can. Of course, Sarah is here. All right. Philly Fix is giving me some suggestions. I'm going to try it, guys. I just don't want to lose you. We'll see what we do. All right, so we will see if that improved anything or not, you guys. Let us know if that helped. So we've got one of each here to play with. So what do you think, Sarah? So let's see, we saw 4 different tests of Milwaukee tools at a Milwaukee event, doing Milwaukee tests, and each one won by at least 15 or 20 Milwaukee meters at a Milwaukee event. Yeah. I think it is. I think that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they're telling us that our Wi-Fi stream is much better now. So thank you. All right, guys. So we've got all these things. If you guys have any questions about them, Sarah and I are gonna walk around and I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to sneak around the wall and yeah, right. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we can do that for sure.
They won't even know.
Right. All right, so let's look over here. So with these on the M18 ones, on the test they did, we're not gonna dig into what clearly DeWalt tools they used, but their new hammer drill did an excellent job on a really, really large self-feed bit. Let's see here. Let's get back to our box. All right, I'm completely lost. I don't know where Sarah went. Did you see where my partner in our box went?
I don't know, she's so little, she disappears so fast.
Thank you, right? I literally turned around so we could look at it. We're
Skedaddle.
live with everybody, and she's completely gone. I know we're learning it, right? There she is. Okay, so we're gonna go over each one of these again. There, Scott was like, she went to the other side. I'm like, where did Sarah go? He's like, she went to the other side of the wall. Can we walk around?
No, we're not.
Everybody just saw all the presentations. Why do I want to go through these again right now? I'm gonna wander. Come with me.
We're gonna get in trouble.
We're gonna see if we get in trouble wandering this way, just to kind of get from this around. Anything else? I think we're supposed to be going over everything you guys just watched from the drill. What? I don't think we need to.
Well, I think it's hands-on now.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so first of all, can we go through the M18 carry-on again? Okay, we're gonna show this to you guys real quick. At the very beginning when they brought us, they put us at these tables, and every table had an M18 carry-on. So it's like an MX carry-on. This guy, except now that it takes M18 batteries, this has the same
specs, the exact same specs. Look at this. Eric already put a sticker on it. Get a belts and boxes sticker. I'm putting it over top of his. This is the exact same spec. So it's 3,600 watts and 1,800 watts continuous, except of course, instead of the 406 MX batteries that come with the MX carry-on, you put on 4 M18 batteries. It requires 4 batteries. It can charge all 4 simultaneously, about 3 watts of power each. So it is a charger. It cannot run things while it's plugged in. So you cannot charge the batteries while you're using it, just like with the MX. I asked them why we couldn't do that, and they had a really interesting answer. The reality is with power coming out and going in at the same time, you're dealing with twice as much heat, which means that they have to put a lot more expensive electronics in and a lot more heat dispersing technology in order to make it handle that, which would make it way more expensive and way bigger. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, so this guy we think is going to be $799. They're saying, or is it $699? Oh, $699. So $699 by itself. You've got to have 4 batteries on it for it to work. We thought that was really cool. Yes, Keith, we do have the tracks all here. Sarah and I. Okay, so we just finished our little first section. Oh,
that's done.
We shipped, just in case the tracks all came out, we shipped our Lego tracks all here, so we can put it next to the new thing.
Yes.
They confirmed we do have the new one here. So, well, technically we're supposed to be showing you the exact same drills we just showed you for the last hour. We're going to wander around and peek in different sections. Let's go.
All right, Sarah, we'll follow you because no one ever tells Sarah no, so. Capacitors, yes, Rapunzel, capacitors is definitely what I mean. So as you can see, we got this big section here where we're covering. I'm assuming this is going to be for a presentation for later. This is a bunch of Milwaukee's finest.
We're not in where we're
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're not supposed to be over here yet, but that looks an awful lot like our Lego version.
Is that not our Lego version?
I don't know, maybe that is our Lego version. Oh my gosh, it looks exactly like our Lego version. Holy cow. So yeah, this will be our next section we're gonna go to. You guys may have seen this come out earlier this morning. This is the M18 Fuel belt sander. It's a 3x18. They claim to have 8 amp corded power, which is a lot. It's variable speed. I remember looking at the RPMs earlier today. They're very, very high compared to things you're going to see from like Rigid or Ryobi, which makes sense. So we'll come up here eventually soon and get a better Machinery Nation. Just said Lego version is way better, which I think is right. So again,
what we're gonna do? What we're planning on doing is once we go to this next section. I'm wondering if we can go get our Lego. All right, we're gonna go on an adventure. You guys are bored? You can check out. I'm gonna peek over here. There's a mechanics section. This is the third one that we'll check out later today.
and that are showing us really cool stuff. So we'll get a peek at all of this later. New extended reach, high-speed ratchet. They've got a lock bolt tool with 1 key. What else do we have here? A bunch of hand tools. Hand tools are gonna be a really big deal for Milwaukee here soon. Let's go see if we can't find our
secret pack out. Yeah. So in order to get our Lego kit here, we actually took a pack out, rolling box, rolling pack out, and we got a full set of Kaizen inserts. Guys, if you're a pack out person, you have Kaizen inserts and everything you need. We cut a custom cutout system in order to hold our Lego. I don't know who to ask. Is it Carly's office?
I don't know.
Hi.
Do you happen to know where our special rolling pack out is?
We have a rolling pack out that was delivered for belts and boxes. It's in Carly's office.
Let me grab Kelly's.
Oh, there's Sydney.
Oh.
I just.
All right. We're live. Wondering if
That's exactly what I do when we go
Sydney
live.
loves being live with us. Yeah. So we were wondering if maybe we could get on a special pack out now since we're going there next.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you going there?
Instead of mechanic. Oh, we gotta do lunch first too. All right, so we're not gonna. Okay, so can we before we log off here, we still doing drills and stuff. We told them we're gonna go live again later in our next session. We do have to eat lunch. I don't know, maybe they want to walk us to lunch. No, okay, no lunch. But we want to get. We want to show them. Can you get it? Can we go with you to get it? Go get it now. You would please. Thank you. All right, so. Yeah, so we're not allowed to go upstairs to top secret offices where our box apparently is waiting for us, but we'll have a box down to us. Is there anything you guys want to see? I'm going to flip this around.
There we go. So we can do this. That's better.
Oh, you can still see the comments?
Yeah, so we can actually talk to everybody.
What?
Clearly, Torque Test Channel said something funny. 1500 question mark because a Gen 3 is 2000. What are you looking for, Torque Test Channel? I'll get the information for you. Where is our box?
It's underneath our backpacks.
Oh, over in the corner.
Somewhere.
So they just gave us a special pack out with all the 4 new drills, so we can take them with us. What's up, Antonio? Good to see you, man. No table saw. Track saw belt sander. The rating of the Gen 4 Impact driver for realsies. Oh, well, yeah, I can't tell you that. Where's the Gen 4 Impact driver? Yes, so what are the specs on it?
The specs, so it's 2,000 inch-pounds of torque, 3,900 RPM, and then 4,400 impacts per minute.
Okay, so Torque Test Channel is asking us directly, what are the real numbers? Those are the real numbers, right?
Those are, the numbers we put on box.
Those are the real numbers. We're good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so those are the real numbers on the Gen 4 Impact.
I'm
What happened to
fine.
you?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Sarah hurts herself at all these events.
No, I don't.
I don't know why. There's marketing graphics on the interweb that say 1,500 inch-pounds for the M18. All right, I'll let them know. Oh my goodness. All right, so, that's the other thing too.
What if I put our belts
How many
in the
belts and boxes stickers do you have? Oh, shenanigans.
I'm going to go put it on the track saw.
What do we put these things on the track saw? What do you guys think we should put these stickers on? I think we need to find Clint's box and put it on Clint's box. What's that? Anyways, you guys have any other questions? Yes, so you guys are asking about Tool Nut putting their stuff out. So you guys got to understand, the retail partners work with a completely different group in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a really big company, right? So, and you got to also consider that while they won't tell us about the new stuff until the day it's announced like this, they've got to go to retailers like Tool Nut, and they've got to talk to them like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and say, hey, we're going to bring out this new tool based upon your customers and stuff. How many do you think you'd be ordering? So that way they figure out how many to make and that kind of stuff. So they know before. They also get, one second, I'm answering one more question. They also get a lot of the information, like what you saw Tool Nut put out this morning at midnight, and they're only told that they can't put it out until a certain date. We're typically told we can't talk about stuff until a certain time on that date. They're not, so Tool Nut is allowed to put stuff out at midnight. It's not a good thing, in my opinion. It gets in the way of what we're trying to do, it gets in the way of what the marketing team here is trying to do, but it is what it is. But yes, Tool Nut and Ohio Power Tool, you're gonna see all of this new content up on their website today, so a lot of stuff, not all of it, like I don't think that you can pre-order the M18 carry-ons, but a lot of stuff you can pre-order now, so head over to ohiopowertool.com, you'll be able to do that. So here's what we've been hiding. I'm super excited about this. This is our pack-out box, our rolling pack-out. Hang on, I'm gonna flip this around so I can give you guys a better look. So this is our special pack-out we sent to them. It's got a lock on it because these guys are skeevy and they're gonna steal our stuff. So do you wanna take a peek? Yeah, get the lock off. I'm glad you remembered. There it is. Oh! Okay, so it didn't hold everything still. still like it should have. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yikes. Oh, look, you can see the blade inside. This got beat up. Good Lord. Yeah, so we'll have to put this back together. I'm gonna not do it one-handed. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine. Boy, this poor thing got just tossed.
Together,
Oh, it'll be fine.
none of the pieces are actually broken.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, it is made of Lego for a reason. We can put it all back together, so it's fine. So what we'll do is when we get a good look at the new Milwaukee track style, we're also going to take a second when it's all done to set it aside our Lego version to see how close we got, guys. Yep, if you guys want to see some more of the M12s, I'll head over there now. Sarah, can you handle this? Don't let it go. Thank you. All right, we'll head back over here to the M12s. So,
I have a replacement.
a lot of our buddies are trying things out. You can see Mr. Rob Robillard doing his thing now. So he's using the new M18 hammer drill to actually drill through a piece of steel pipe. All right, Philly thinks that's a good question. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get you. Hang on, let's take a look at this. See if we have the new 5 amp. Pull that battery off. Nope, that's a 4. So let's see. The new, there's the new M12. Here we go. This is a section nobody's here for yet. There we go. That's what you're looking for. That's the M12 red lithium high output. That's the 5 amp hour versus the 4 amp hour. Clearly they have a demo here, but this section didn't have anyone in it yet. So I'm assuming this is something that we're gonna see later. It's claiming 25% more power, 25% cooler, which again, guys, we've seen this with high output batteries in the past. Let me see if we can't get a demo with all. Can anyone do the 5.0 high amp, the high output 5 amp M12 battery demo for us to show us how it's better than the XC440?
Yeah, this demo takes about 6 minutes. So
Okay.
when we get to the guided booth, we can run through the whole thing.
All right, so you got
Impressive demo though.
great. Okay, so yes, Sarah is 25% cooler than Rob. I get that. Thank you.
Only 25?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I feel like I'm way more than that.
So to answer your question there, Jim, we are going to have demos in the next couple hours that will show off exactly the difference between this new high output battery on the M12 platform, which we're very, very excited to see, quite frankly. But they've got a bunch of different demos here. They're claiming the high output XC50, let's see, 100 holes drilled. Oh no, this is 100 lag bolts. The XC does 74. Okay, so there you go. So that's just capacity though. The 5.0 is doing 100 versus 74. That's exactly what it should be. So that's not going to show power. What's that? Yeah, this is super Milwaukee Chenga. So of course, a 5 amp hour is going to run 25% longer than things that run 25% slower, right? But what we're really looking for is that difference in power, which they do have the examples. They've got a couple of different test rigs set up that we're going to be able to see. They got their saw set up. So one has, oh man, yeah, that's a little tiny 2.5 high output running up against an XC30, which man, thing is tiny. And they're going to have this demo running so we can see how much faster it's going to cut through this. So we'll get to those later as well. So yeah, Jim, we will be able to see exactly. I'll get back to the specs of the Gen 4 M18 Impact again. Hang on. No, there's no stacked lithium anywhere. They joked about that at the very beginning. There's no stacked lithium at all. Or pouch lithium, I should say. Rob's demoing it right now. And again, guys, just like a lot of you have
Suspected, we're going to have, we realize that the Wi-Fi is not super great here right now. We are going to have high-res content on all of this stuff. When we get back to town, that's when we'll actually put together all of our detailed videos with all the specs you guys want on screen so you can see them the way you expect to see it from us. Our live stream here is really just to let you guys feel like you came with us if you can. This stuff is always fun. I know it kills a lot of you that you can't come to it. Here's an interesting thing though. If you look around this room,
this is a massive, massive, massive building, okay? Absolutely beautiful. This, unlike previous NPSs, okay?
this is not in a rented space. They used to rent out warehouses and build these huge elaborate sets for us. That's not what Milwaukee's doing anymore. This is a brand new building that Milwaukee built for this kind of thing. And this room is a tiny, tiny piece of it. Inside, they have sound stages, so for shooting video with full white floors, what do they call it, infinity curves on the up to the walls, where they can actually project any images, backgrounds they want. They're big enough to bring 2 semi-trailers into the room for shooting. They said, last time we were here, because they gave us a tour of this place a little while ago.
It needed reconnected.
Oh, it did? Oh, so sorry. Oh, thank you.
They may eventually have content here in this building for you guys to come see, which is really freaking cool. So we're excited about that possibility. This is the first time that we've been in this building and been able to tell you about it. So we are super excited. We're going to take a break now because we've got to go and get lunch. And then right after lunch, I can't remember. I think it's around, I literally got the schedule right here. Hang on. So at 1:15? Oh no, an hour and 15 minutes. At 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will go back live, and that time we will be in the carpentry area, where we're going to get to see the new belt sander, we're going to get to see the track saw, and a couple other items I think you guys are going to like quite a bit. And then eventually the last one is at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll get to go to the mechanics section where there's going to be some new automotive stuff. So if automotive is your thing, be sure to check us out there as well. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. I'm going to take a break. I can't feel either one of my arms anymore from holding this up this whole time. Sincerely, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. What? I got to go do an interview. Let's go.
You said no. All right, guys. All right, so Sarah and I got to go. Again, thanks for joining us. We'll be back at 1:30, okay? I'll see you guys then.